Resident Evil Revelations.
Alright, so welcome to something, just a little fun little diversion here. Returning to one of my favorite Resident Evil games, Resident Evil Revelations. But instead of like doing what I did with Resident Evil 4 or 5 and like replaying the whole game, we're gonna go through raid mode, which is technically like playing the whole game, but you know, it's more of an arcadey feel to it. This is not one of my favorite like modes in terms of like bonus modes in Resident Evil games. I much prefer like mercenaries, and also if we're talking raid modes, raid mode in Revelations 2 absolutely slaps. We're going to start this off a little bit boringly. We are going to be playing through as Jill. There are a ton of different characters that we could use in this game, but we are not going to be using some of them right now because I think it's good to start off with Jill. You know, she's the main character of the game. Real quick, I just want to kind of... because certain characters are better with certain weapons, so we're going to give Jill a handgun, because that's one of the things that she's proficient in. Might as well do that. Fertilizer, why not? Another mechanic in this game is that each level has a recommended level. You see it says 16. My actual level is, I think, 43 or something like that. So you can bring your character down to that specific level, and that's what I'm going to do, just so that it's not going to be completely overpowered, like jumping into this. So here we go. This is a very fun game. Again, I don't think it's as good as the Revelation 2 raid mode. Revelations 1 has a better story mode, but Revelations 2 has a better raid mode. So yeah. I also, this is the first time I've ever done it, but I've been playing through this game, the story, in the Japanese voices, just because I figured, you know, I've never heard them before. Oh, right, I forgot why I hate this handgun, and why I don't like to use it. So Jill has a proficiency in handguns and machine guns. So that is why I'm going to be giving her both of those, and probably immediately unequipping the handgun that zooms in like a sniper rifle, because that is bad, and we do not like to see that, folks. So there's 3 different difficulties that this game has. There's Chasm, Trench, and Abyss. I will be playing through raid mode on Trench because it's a fine difficulty. It's right in the middle. You know, Chasm is just to kind of get you started. It's not really worth talking about. And Abyss is just absurd. You can see here she's not proficient with shotgun, so it takes her about 45 years to reload the gun. So that's not really something that she's very good at. Doesn't mean she can't use it, but you know, she's better at this, which means she reloads it like really fast. Specific guns will actually physically slow you down, although I don't think I have any of those. But we might see that when we switch to a different character, I don't know. There's a guy behind me, of course. One of my favorite things, this is the Switch version that I'm playing right now. I've every time they've re-released it, I've bought it on the Nintendo console just because it feels appropriate. You know, it was originally released on the 3DS. I bought it on the Wii U, then the Switch. But the Switch version of Revelations and Revelations 2 is really cool. because they brought the motion controls back from the Wii version of Resident Evil 4, which is still to date, I think, my favorite version of Resident Evil 4, at least in terms of the like how to play it. Yeah, I know there's a guy behind me. Can I just knife this small little boy? So obviously there's some different types of these enemies. This guy's a small guy, which means he runs faster. It's actually pretty similar to Revelations 2. These guys, I think they're called tricorns. They are better to melee. They go down really quick when it comes to meleeing them. Oh, I'm switching to this. This gun stinks. Oh right, I forgot about this guy. These guys are so annoying. If they run at you, they kill you like instantly. If they get to actually run forward and connect an attack with you, that's an instant kill. And Trench likes to throw them at you a lot. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to be constantly dealing with. One of the few things that I'm actually really surprised at, because I didn't really touch raid mode that much on the 3DS, just because I think this is a little bit faster paced than the story mode, and I don't think faster paced works for the control scheme on the 3DS, and it makes my hand hurt because the 3DS is so small. But the Wii U, I played a ton of raid mode, and the Switch, the same. But Wii U, I used to play that online all the time. There were like always someone online in the Wii U version. Not so much on the Switch, but I've been finding some games. So I might try and do a video or two of this in co-op. And obviously I don't know anybody that has this game, or specifically on the Switch. Get the hell out of here. It doesn't even look like it's working, this gun. This gun's really bad. Get away from me. So one of the few things I don't love about this game's version of raid mode is that you're just going through like the story levels, and there's not really much else to it. There's no interesting like fun music playing. It's just the levels from the game. Get the hell out of here, dude. Raid mode 2, it was levels from the game, but they remixed them interestingly. You know, you don't go through them in order. And I just think it was way more interesting the way they did it in that game. You know, they played interesting music that isn't just the same music that you heard during the story. That's unfair. The enemies that can knock you down, I think, are some of the most obnoxious in the game. I'm gonna take that, actually. And you're gonna get knifed, buddy. Right up the bum. The old metaphorical bum. I don't know why more enemies aren't dropping in. That seems kind of weird to me. There's 3 bonuses, technically 4, that you can get in each level. If you get all 3 of them, you'll get a 4th Trinity bonus. Not really going to be going for those because I don't need them. Get out of here, oh my god. See, can we hit all 3 of them? Not quite. Sometimes they like bounce off into the other enemies. But yeah, there's you can see 2 of them at the top. One is don't get hit. I got hit, so that's not right. There's 21 out of 21, defeat all the enemies. There's one for doing it under-leveled, which we did do. Under-leveled doesn't necessarily mean, like, oh, if it's level 16, you have to be 15. As long as you are the level that it is, that's good. That's not a good rank. Whenever she says, like, yeah, I guess we made it through that, that's not great. She would have to say, like, that's flawless. We're gonna sell all those. If it's under level, it's basically useless. Although, probably better than the awful gun that I had in this level. Not a good gun at all. We do not like to see that. Alright, so, I think, yeah, we could probably squeeze in another level in this. I was gonna do, like, oh, each video is gonna be a level, but that wouldn't be good, because some of these are really quite short. This game has such a great... I love the aesthetic of this game, the music in the menus and everything. This game has one of the best soundtracks. Laced Records has been putting out a bunch of Resident Evil records. They're about to put out 5 and 6. I really, really hope after 6 that they do Revelations, because I would love nothing more than to just chill out and listen to the Revelations, like, menu music. So this is one of the more annoying levels. Did I fuck up the level? No, I didn't. Parker is best with handguns and shotguns. Why is the level so high on these guys? Yeah, the Globsters, I think that's what their names are, I forget, are some of the more annoying enemies. This is a level that each time it appears in raid mode, it's just about as annoying as the last time. I think one of the things I'm going to try and do for each level, I don't know if I necessarily will be able to, but I think I'm going to try and get, eliminate all enemies at the very least. As annoying as that can be sometimes. There are certain levels that are really, really long that I won't do it for, just to, save time. This is also a level that is very easy to get, like, completely blindsided by these guys. Just keep throwing those. Those work pretty well. Also, if you hit yourself with one of those, that does not count as taking damage. I've learned that many, many times playing through this in co-op, and yeah, I don't really know. I guess the problem with this one is that it was a handheld. If they had maybe retooled this for the HD versions, it would have been interesting to make it more like the second game, but I think that's fine. Yeah, this one, it's really easy to just not do well. Specifically the second section of this level, you can just get cornered by these guys. Their hitboxes are so big that if you get cornered by them, it's like impossible to run away from them. What you really want to do is hit these guys in the mouth. That's the absolute best time to hit them. I really hope that Resident Evil 6 has some sort of a gameplay mode like this. We haven't seen a Mercenaries or anything like this since Revelations 2. Oh my god, look, he's taking forever. Just because he's not proficient in machine guns. Yeah, there's a different character altogether that I definitely should have been playing as in this level. So that guy I almost couldn't run around. Parker, I always feel like, is one of those characters that just has gigantic hands. I don't quite understand. It might be part of the art style change in this game, but Parker, I feel like, has just ginormous hands. See, what? That's not going to do anything to him. Except, I guess, let me... Nope. It's not going to let me do anything. God damn it. The enemies with crowns over their heads are... I think they're technically considered, like, bosses. So, this guy is much more difficult than usual. Open your mouth. That does nothing. This gun sucks. I need to retire this gun immediately. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a short level here. Nope. It's fine. We got a lot of ammo. Cool. I did not see that guy. He's a fast little bugger. Come on. Yeah, Parker is one of those characters that I think it would be really cool to see again, but there's almost no chance that we ever will, like Sheva. It'd be cool if we got a mention, you know, but I highly, highly doubt we will ever see Parker or Jessica or any of the characters that came from this game. Even with Jessica and Conan O'Brien, what's that guy's name? I don't remember what that guy's name is. Raymond. They set them up to be like, oh, they're gonna play a part in like the future, but they just have not been seen since.
I'm buying you lunch.
Thanks, Parker. I'm actually pretty hungry.
Move it.
Kirk Thornton, I think, does a good job as Parker. I really like him. Everyone does a really good job, which is why it's disappointing that I don't like Jill's voice actress in this game, Michelle Ruff. I really like. She has a lot of other roles that I really like. Like I love her as Yoko in Gurren Lagann, and she's great in Persona 5. But I just don't like her as Jill. It's weird. She always seems really angry, I think, is the thing. And I've always loved Patricia Jolie as Jill. She's always been my favorite. But, I mean, she's got some competition now with Nicole Tompkins. I think these guys are going to have to get electrocuted. This is the part where it's really easy to just get backed up into this area right behind me, like this little lake, and then not be able to run out of it because so many of these guys like converge. Some of them will just spawn in here. So I don't know why I'm backing myself into this area like on purpose. Go away. At least we don't have another one of those crown guys. These are all just normal. See, I'm stuck now. There's not going to be... there's no way for me to get out of this now. Which is why these enemies really particularly suck. Is that it? God, please let me leave. Alright, one more guy. That's not bad. Could deal with that. The firing rate is another thing. Like, if I was playing as a character who was efficient in machine guns, not only would they not take a decade to reload, they would also be firing it much quicker, so you'd be doing more damage over a lot more time. What about this? Can I just melee these guys? How susceptible are they to that? And there you go. Yeah, you can also see there's some BP areas over here. That you can... Wait, was that not actually a BP thing? That looked like a BP, little thing. Alright, never mind. You can shoot areas and they give you, points. I thought that was one of them for some reason. It still is really impressive to me that they were basically able to take MT Framework and put it on a 3DS. And it, like, looks good. Like, Revelations on the 3DS still looks fantastic. As does Mercenaries 3D. And it always really annoyed me that they never tried to do, like, here's Resident Evil 4 on the 3DS or Resident Evil 5.
Pretty good job.
Pretty good job. Probably not going to be getting S ranks here because Just the fact that I'm low level. Yeah, I'm earning no BP. I guess EXP. It's a little embarrassing, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing there. I don't know why I didn't just keep that. I have to like think about that one for some reason. But that's gonna be it for this first video of raid mode. I don't know how long this is gonna be. There's about 20 levels, and you know I can probably do at least 1 or 2 per level. So the maximum is gonna be 20. I don't see it going past then. But I'll see you in the next video where we continue on through the trench.